But try telling that to China. Beijing doesn't believe in multipolarity or division of powers. They want to be the top dog. Like all big powers before them, China is starting with the neighborhood. That's Central Asia. Xi Jinping is hosting a two-day summit. Leaders from all 5 Central Asian countries are attending. Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. All 5 are former Soviet states. Hence, all of them have traditionally been closer to Russia. Central Asia is often called Russia's backyard. But China wants to change that. So Xi Jinping is throwing a grand party in Xi'an. And the choice of the venue is important, the city of Xi'an. Xi'an was the easternmost point of the ancient Silk Road. It's no secret that China wants to revive it. The Belt and Road Project, BRI, is often billed as the new Silk Route. Either way, the events in Xi'an were grand. You had dance performances, songs from Central Asia, light shows. It was less of a summit and more of a charm offensive. Perhaps that was the idea all along. To show Central Asia the difference between China and Russia. One is stuck in Ukraine, the other is throwing lavish parties. But charm cannot replace substance. So Xi Jinping whipped out the checkbook as well. He announced a development project worth $3.8 billion.
There is a proverb popular among farmers in Shaanxi province. If you work hard enough, gold will grow out of the land. In the same vein, a Central Asian saying goes, you get rewarded if you give, and you harvest if you sow. Let us work closely together to pursue common development, common affluence, and common prosperity, and embrace a brighter future for our 6 countries.
So why is Xi Jinping trying to snatch Russia's allies? There are 3 major reasons. Number 1, the location. Central Asia can be China's bridge to Europe. It's a key part of the Belt and Road project. Number 2, the resources. Central Asia is home to vast oil and gas reserves, around 31 million barrels of oil and 825 trillion cubic feet of gas. These resources could end China's dependence on ship-borne oil. China may not control the seas, but they could control the land routes over Central Asia. And reason number 3 is security. Peace in Central Asia is key to peace in Xinjiang. China has jailed around 1 million Uyghurs in the province. But they fear an insurgency. And Xinjiang borders 3 Central Asian states. So trouble there could mean trouble in Xinjiang. Until now, Russia was in charge of Central Asian security, but Moscow is busy in Ukraine now. Thus, how long can China count on another country? So Xi Jinping wants to take charge. He wants to make inroads into Central Asia. The question is, will those countries play along? They certainly need the money. China's investments could help them expand their infrastructure. They also need security guarantees. 3 Central Asian countries are treaty allies of Russia: Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Russia is bound to deploy troops there if the governments request. That's the treaty. It has already done so in Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Will China be willing to do the same or even offer that? The fact is, historic alliances are hard to break. China may end up making inroads into Central Asia, but replacing Russia is going to take time. And don't forget, Central Asia has other options. In the month of March, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken visited the region. So did European Union President Charles Michel last year. Everyone is courting Central Asia. Where does that leave Moscow? Putin knows he can't beat the Chinese checkbook. So what does he do? He widens the competition pool. It was Russia that proposed India's membership in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO. Now it wants Iran and Belarus to join. Do you see the strategy here? Russia is using other Asian powers to check China's influence. Nothing new, though. Every country does it, which is why Xi Jinping is betting on a direct approach. He says these Central Asian summits will be held every 2 years. The next one will be in 2025. Kazakhstan will be hosting it. If Putin and Xi are willing to share power in Central Asia, this wouldn't be a problem. But Putin doesn't seem like someone who shares. Let's not forget why he invaded Ukraine. So this summit may not signal a break in China-Russia ties, but it does expose the challenges.